Hello, during this tutorial we will create an orthographic projection of the wheel support. The wheel support, we need to establish the front view, the side view, and the top view for this object. So for that we're going to go to a 2D environment, and we're going to go and set up our construction lines, our layer for the construction line. We're going to draw a vertical line, and then we're going to draw a horizontal line. What we're doing, we're establishing our bounding rectangles for this project. We're going to use the offset tool. The width of this one is 3.25, so we need to offset this one over 3.25. The height of it will be 3.125. That will be the height of the front view. Front view is right here. Now we're going to have a space to give us some area to put our dimensioning. So we're going to go a dimension of 1.5, and this dimension is arbitrary. You can choose whatever dimension you want, but basically enough to give you space to put all the dimensioning between the views. Now we need to establish our depth of our part. This one will be 1.5 also. So we're going to repeat the command and select this one. And the right view and the top view share that depth dimension. So we have the width, we have the height, and now we have the depth right here. Now we have our bounding rectangle. So this will be our front view, this will be our top view, and this one will be our right hand side view. Now that we are there, we can draw a line right now, a miter line, to get information later on. So this will be our construction grid. So all those are the bounding rectangles, front view, top view, and right hand side view. Now we're going to change to our layer for the object layer, and we're going to draw a line from here to here, and we know that the thickness of the base is 0.375. So we go that way, 0.375. We go this way, we close that one. Now we know that our part has a circle right here or a bushing to fit. So we're going to go circle, and we're going to use the from temporary tracking, which is shift right click, and then you select from. We go to the midpoint, so we're going to go from the midpoint. We're going to go down a distance of 2.375. That's the center of our axle where the bushing is going to fit, and the diameter of that one is going to be a 1-inch hole. Now we can go and repeat the command. This one is going to be a diameter of 1.5, radius of 0.75. Now we're going to go line. We'll go from this corner. We're going to make sure we hit the tangent. See, right there it says tangent, so select the tangent and then repeat the command to this side. Also, we're going to look for the tangent. There's the tangent. We have our front view pretty much established, but we look at it in a different way. So this one is going to go into a hidden layer because we're going to build it in a different direction. So this will be our front view. Now we're going to focus on our top view. For this one, we're going to go and use the rectangle. For this one, we need to add fillets right here on this area right here. So we're going to go fillets, fillet command, R for radius, 0.5 for the radius. We're going to select this corner, and also we're going to repeat it on this corner right here. There it goes. We're going to draw our circles for the holes that go right there, and they are concentric with those fillets, so the hole that goes through is 0.375. We're going to repeat that command over here, and if you just go click and enter, it remembers that last dimension that you enter. Now we're going to go again, and this one is going to be a diameter of 0.625, and repeat the command and do the same thing. So now we have our top view right here. We're going to explode this so we can use this line as an offset to give us the thickness of this webbing right here, this upright. So we're going to go offset, and we know that the thickness is 0.375. We're going to click on this one and bring it over. Now this line is going to become a hidden feature. So it's going to be a hidden line. So we can transfer over to the hidden layer. So there's our hidden layer right there. Now we have our top view. Now we're going to focus on our right hand side view right here. So we go line with the object layer. So we're going to go from here to here. We know that goes all the way over, and then this one is 0.375. Then goes up until it meets with this one. So it's right at that point, then comes over this way, and then closes that way. So now we have our right hand side view right here, looking at the object on this way. We need to transfer the information from this view to this view, and also from this view to this view. So we can choose whichever we're going to be doing. So we can go over and work on this part right here. So we know that this part kind of extends beyond that point. So we're going to draw a couple lines like that. And then this line, it's 1/8 of an inch over. So we're going to go offset 0.125. And we're going to select this one and bring it that way. Now we can use our trim command. And we're going to trim this one and this one. Now we know that we have this protrusion for this area right here. We need to transfer it up here also. So what we're going to do, bring it over to the other side. So we're going to do the same thing on this one, the quadrant. We're going to extend it beyond it. And then the quadrant right here, extend it beyond. Also, we're going to go to the offset tool, which is 0.125. We accept it. We go that way. Now we can trim this lines also. This line is trim, this line, and this line. So now we have the boss. This takes out for the bushing to sit against. And the same on this one. We need to trim this one. But I'm gonna just bring it over all the way to this intersection right there, so I don't have to trim. So now we have this lines that go beyond that point also, so we're going to trim them. Select this one as a trimmer, and then select this line and this line. That way it gives us the boss right there. We have features that are not here, so we need to have a hidden line go from this point all the way across to this point, and the same way from here to here, and also from here to here, and from here to here. If you notice, all the relationship between those views is demonstrated now. Now we can trim those, so use the trim. This line is going to be the trimmer for that one, and this line is going to be the trimmer for those. Accept those. So now I'm going to trim these two and these two right here. So now we have our hidden lines that tell us about the diameter of this board going all the way through the part on the right view and the top view also. We need to transfer all this information to these views right here. So on this one we can just go straight down, and they're going to be hidden lines here and here also. So we can go over to our hidden layer if you want it, which is there, and then we can go and just extend the lines over like this. Now also we need to go to this way, so this one we can go this way. From the intersection down. So all the lines are sharing information from one to the other. Now we need to finish this side right here. We need to establish the depth of our counterbore, and the depth of the counterbore is 0.125. so we're going to go offset. It's right already there, so we're going to go 0.125 and this way, and also this way. Now that we have those, we can clean it up and trim it to make it look like counterbores. So this line right here and this line right here are going to be hidden lines also, so we transfer it to the hidden line layer. Now we're going to go to the trim tool, and we're going to select this lines to be the trimmers. So get everything clean. So all those lines go, these lines go. Same thing with these. We could have used construction lines for these, by the way. They work good. You can transfer those to construction lines too, to the construction layer. Now we can trim borers. So that one. So those are our borers. I need to trim this one. That is our orthographic projection pretty much. What we can do is turn our construction layer off. And then the next part is the detailing. Oh, I'm missing a hidden line right here. We can turn it off. Let's see how it looks now. It looks pretty much like an orthographic projection. So this line is going to go clear over here. And now, if you notice, there's a tangency point that it goes right here from this point right here over. So we're going to establish a point of tangency right here on the intersection, right there. And this line right here is going to end up at that point. So now that we don't need this line right here, we can delete it. And that will give us the information for it. We need our fillets. And the radius are 0.125 fillets. And we're going to choose the multiple option. So we need a fillet on this, a fillet on this. We need a fillet here. We will need fillets on this lines too. And this line here too. Now we need to just extend this line to match this line, and extend this line to match this line. So there are our fillets that we need. Now we need our dimensions, our dimension centers, or center lines. So I go DIMCEN, DIMCEN, and give it a negative. Now DIMCEN, and we're going to give it a 1 to that one, and 1 to this one. Now we need to transfer our center lines also from this point to here. And to make them the same, you can visit points, match them. To get this center lines transferred from here, you can turn your construction layer on and go center line. Now you can go from here to here and from here to here. That way you can transfer the information from one view to the other. This line we don't need anymore. You can turn your construction layer off. And then the next part will be the dimensioning. This is basically all is needed for the orthographic projection. You need the dimensions and all the details that you might need for this part. Basically, this is all it is to it. I hope this makes sense to you. Thank you very much.